And the last item today is item 17C, A6 PSD 0943, the San Diego Unified Port District. And I hope I do have a PowerPoint for this item. I'd like to draw your attention to the addendum. There's a letter from the Port of San Diego and several letters of opposition with attachments, including newspaper articles, a copy of a lawsuit that's been filed against the port by the public rights to bay access and parks. This appeal was filed by 2 members of the Commission and 5 members of the public and the Navy Broadway Complex Coalition of a decision by the San Diego Unified Port District to approve with conditions Phase 1 of the North Embarcadero public access improvements, which is to realign Harbor Drive from B Street Pier to just south of Broadway Pier to allow construction of a 105-foot wide esplanade in this same subgrid of North Embarcadero at the intersection of Broadway and Harbor Drive in downtown San Diego. And slide 1 shows the location of the Phase 1 public access improvements. They'll include a continuous bayfront, 29-foot wide promenade for pedestrians and bicyclists, a stormwater treatment system, a running walking path, 2 open shade structures that will include replacement ticket information and kiosks and a cafe, and also a restroom building. There's on slide 2, there's a 1,600 square foot public plaza that will be constructed at the foot of Broadway, just inland of the Broadway Pier. Here. And it will be flanked by formal gardens on either side. The plaza design includes movable bollards to redirect the public pedestrian activity when cruise ships are present at the Broadway Pier, and vehicular access to the pier is required. That's shown on slide 3. The standard review on port appeals on the question of substantial issue is whether the project as approved is consistent with the certified port master plan. And the port master plan in this case includes text, exhibits, a project list, and portions of the North Embarcadero visionary plan that was specifically referenced in the port master plan. In 2001, the Commission reviewed the Port Master Plan Amendment number 27, which was to create a North Embarcadero Overlay District. And one of the primary elements of that Port Master Plan Amendment was the docking of the Midway aircraft at the Navy Pier as an aircraft museum. But the Port Master Plan Amendment also incorporated into the plan elements of the North Embarcadero Visionary Plan, which was a planning effort by the North Embarcadero Alliance, including representatives from the port, the City of San Diego, County of San Diego, Center City Development Corporation, and the Navy. The plan amendment, in our review of the Port Master Plan Amendment, we recognized that the North Embarcadero Visionary Plan was not submitted as part of the Port Master Plan, but many of the goals and projects identified in that visionary plan were included in the project list and discussed in the text and exhibits of the Port Master Plan. The appellant's contentions include that these Phase 1 improvements are not consistent with the Port Master Plan as certified, that the project represents a piecemeal approach to provision of public access and open space on the San Diego waterfront and may have an adverse impact on public access and public views. And slide 4 shows the figure 11 of the Port Master Plan. Graphically shows that Harvard Drive curving at its intersection of Broadway to include an oval-shaped park. The port staff has estimated that park to be roughly 79,000 square feet, with an additional 24,000 of potentially park area cantilevered over the water. This park has been replaced with the 16,000 square foot plaza previously shown that is also to function as the driveway to the Broadway Pier. Slide 5 is figure 5.3 in the Port Master Plan that identifies the conceptual layout or cross-section of the improvements to the esplanade, including location, minimum width that have been This layout has been modified in the proposed Phase 1 project from the features shown in the plan. This is the proposed layout. The changes aren't significant, but they are different than what's shown in the Port Master Plan. And for instance, the Port Master Plan showed the bicycle path adjacent to Harbor Drive, and that has been changed to be a dual pedestrian and bicycle path on the seaward edge, or on the bay edge. The Phase 1 project also required an addendum to the EIR for the North Embarcadero Visionary Plan to address removal of the street and off-street parking that's associated with the Harbor Drive improvements. And with that EIR, there was development of a parking management plan for the build-out of the North Embarcadero. The parking management plan identifies that the public visitor parking on Navy Pier is necessary to meet the demand for the visitor parking in the area and address the loss of street parking associated with this project. This is contrary to the specific planning goal in the Port Master Plan to relocate parking from the pier and convert the pier to a park. These policies in the plan were specifically developed as part of the Commission review of the North Embarcadero Visionary Plan Port Master Plan amendment for the Midway. And the plan also states that the port should complete environmental review for that conversion when the pier is relinquished by the Navy, which has occurred. So it appears that that environmental analysis to address the potential conversion of Navy Pier to a park should have been included in the environmental analysis for this Phase 1 improvements. We don't think that Phase 1 should go forward independent of addressing this fundamental component of the parking and open space for the North Embarcadero on Navy Pier. So in summary, the Commission staff is recommending substantial issue to allow assessment of the revisions to the Port Master Plan associated with these Phase 1 improvements. And we want to determine if any portion of the project can move forward in the absence of a Port Master Plan amendment that addresses the changes to the open space and parking and the public access improvement. These have resulted from other changes in the development patterns that have been acknowledged by the port. And the port mentions that there's a Broadway Hall feature that's been developed to replace this Broadway Plaza. Staff recommends that the Commission find substantial issue to allow us to determine if these changes and compensating open space may be addressed in the context of this coastal development permit. And again, we are recommending substantial issue unless three or more commissioners want to have a hearing on the item. Substantial issue will be found.
Thank you, staff. Do 3 or more commissioners wish to or object to the finding of substantial issue? Seeing no objections, substantial issue is found, and then the matter will be scheduled for a future hearing.
Do we have to do ex parte?
Okay, before apparently there are ex parte, so sorry, I didn't realize. Commissioner Shajian?
Thank you, Madam Chair. On August 5th at 4 p.m. I did a telephone conference call with Ms. McCabe and Blemker, and they briefed me the project, which they informed me that the Port of San Diego was not intending to oppose staff's recommendation of substantial issue, but would focus their efforts on working with the staff to resolve their concerns at the de novo stage. The representatives also provided a brief summary of the benefits of the proposed coastal access improvements and described the project's importance to the San Diego region.
Thank you, sir.
Summary. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, mine are on file. Anyone else? Commissioner Secord.
Madam Chair, thank you. I believe the ex parte is on file, but I had substantially the same conversation with Susan McCabe as reported by Commissioner Shajian.
And
Okay.
Madam Chair, my ex parte is on file.
Thank you. And so this substantial issue has been found, and then this matter will come back for a de novo hearing at a future time.